I was hoping that the divorce could be amicable, but I don't think that's going to happen, so I need you to represent me.
Is Diane representing Carly?
I believe so.
Aye. Jack's family court is a terrible, terrible place. I've been there.
Yeah.
I've represented people there. Save your money, save the wear and tear, get a mediator, and settle it out of court.
No, I want primary custody of Jocelyn and Morgan.
Did you tell Carly that you want to take our kids away from her? Because you don't need a lawyer, my friend. You need a Marine battalion.
You know, this plan to set up Jack's requires finesse.
That's your department, Slick.
I'm glad we agree. Well, let's get to work then. I'll just take these little beauties down.
Hold it. The gems remain in my custody at all times.
Come on, we're talking about the fever diamonds. Like you said, they're too hot to move.
Yeah, but you would try. Little Caroline. Please come in. Uncle Luke and Cousin Ethan are just finalizing our plans.
Great. Then all you need to do is put those jewels in Jax's room, and I'll take it from there.
Yeah. Do you want me to make an anonymous call to the PCPD? Just put the nail in the coffin?
No, I don't. I told you I don't want Jax getting arrested.
You know, if this is going to work, you have to be willing to stand by your threat.
Jax isn't going to risk his career or his reputation. One good scare, and Jax will drop his demand for full custody.
And if he doesn't? How down and dirty are you willing to get, Caroline?
Carly's not going to give up custody without a fight. I'm aware of that.
Are you aware that you never finalized the adoption of Morgan?
Of course I'm aware of that. As much as I hate Sonny, I didn't want to put Morgan in the middle of that.
In your heart of hearts, didn't it occur to you at any point that this marriage was going to turn out this way?
No. I honestly thought it was going to last forever.
See, that's what I don't get, because I never saw the two of you as a match. But having said that, I respect you way too much to say that I told you so.
Thank you. I've said it enough myself.
All right, back to the point. Because you were very generous and you delayed the final filings, your adoption to Morgan is not legal.
Well, I was hoping when push came to shove, we would all act in the best interest of the kids.
The best interest of the kids turns out is very subjective.
Carly is supposed to protect Jocelyn and Morgan, right? From Sonny's violence, but she's not doing that. She invited a armed criminal into the house, and she was taking care of him, okay? She's exposing the kids to the same violence that cost Michael so much.
I get it. I do. Remember, I took that same issue to the court. Turns out they didn't care. But if you want to go for it again, do it. Just document everything.
No, I don't want to paint Carly to be a terrible mother either, okay? I know when it comes to Sonny and Jason, she can rationalize anything, and I tried to talk to her the other night, but I don't think I got through to her.
I want to advise you not to engage with Carly. I mean it.
Well, we're still parents of 2 kids. I mean, it's lucky that Morgan's away at camp for 3 weeks, but Jocelyn, she's at my hotel suite with a nanny. So I want to resolve this as quickly as possible.
I'll represent you. I always will. I always have your back. But you have to understand that you're going to have to make Carly look like she's an unfit parent.
No, I don't want to do that. There's got to be a better way.
There isn't a better way. The law is the law. They're not going to take a kid away from their parent unless you can prove the parent is somehow putting them in physical or emotional jeopardy.
And I also want to keep the kids out of this as much as possible.
Won't happen. The minute you do this, you put the kids right in the middle. In a custody battle, everybody's damaged.
Well, you two clearly have a lot to discuss, so we'll just take those gems down to the hotel and give you guys some privacy.
Good idea.
Oh, really? You think it's a good idea to give this boy $20 million in diamonds?
Hey, we really need to work on our trust issues.
Baby steps, son, baby steps. Now get your butt over to the hotel, sweet talk some pretty young thing into telling you what Jack's schedule is for the day. I'll meet you there later.
Fine.
Just so we're clear, there's no going rogue on me. Don't call the cops. Don't call in a tip.
So you want to frame Jax, but you don't want to frame him.
Jax isn't a monster.
Who are you, and what have you done with my take no prisoners niece?
Jax is only doing what he thinks is right. I can get what I want without destroying his life.
Okay, Caroline, what do you want? You want to blackmail him? Or you want to get him back in your bed?
You know, I love Jax, but we don't work. That's the truth.
You're turning your back on some very deep pockets there, Caroline.
Jax and I were great together. But when I needed him, he wasn't there for me. And, you know, whenever I have a crisis, I run to Sonny or Jason, so this works out better.
You sure you're not indulging in that famous Spencer pastime, biting off your nose to spite your face?
Now that sounds like a voice of experience talking.
Nobody screws up a good thing like Uncle Luke, baby.
Where are you sleeping these days?
My precious popsicle and I have patched things up, thank you very much. We're planning a second honeymoon because the first one went awry.
Awry. Okay. Keep her happy so you don't wind up back at the Metro Court.
I'm doing everything I can.
Oh boy. This could be nothing but trouble waiting to happen.
I'm sorry.
I'm sure Helga from housekeeping has her information straight.
Oh, she was putty in my hands. Jack's been gone for at least an hour. Prepare to watch a master at work.
You forget, Caroline owns the joint.
You could have said something.
You could have asked. Come on, come on.
Okay. Where's the safe?
Right there.
All right, I'll take it from here.
May I?
Yeah, it is my area of expertise.
15, 27, 53.
Well, this is not a very challenging mission.
Look at that obscene stack of green.
What is that? A Napoleon Marche? Because it's like 700 grand.
Yeah, well, that's nothing compared to these. These babies are chips of starlight. Look at those babies, man. They're like pieces of starlight.
They're exquisite.
It's like they've got lights on the inside. Oh, well, easy come, easy go.
Hey, Mo, we just put one.
What are you going to do with the rest of them?
The Fever Diamonds have a long list of admirers, right? I'm sure we could find ourselves a buyer. Come on.
Yeah, and right after you sell them, we can have our foreheads tattooed with Interpol's most wanted.
Well, of course there's a risk. There's always a risk. But similar energy companies have done very well, and I'm betting that this one will too. Listen, I have a feeling that they're getting another offer, so I want you to stay on this. Okay, thanks. Listen, they're getting another offer, so I want you to try to find out who it's coming from and how much it is. Get back to me, okay? Hold on 1 second. Thanks. Hey, come in.
We need to talk.
Sure. Against Alexis's better judgment.
You called Alexis.
Yeah.
Wow, that was fast.
Well, I want custody of Jocelyn and Morgan. And I didn't think that you would agree, so I had Alexis draw up another custody agreement anyway. It's right here if you want to look at it.
Guess there's nothing really to talk about, is there?
Carly, the people that you bring to the house, they pose an unacceptable threat to the kids, and that's why I'm doing all this.
You know, I really honestly believe that you believe that. You're a good man. You're a great father. I don't want this fight.
Really? Why aren't you yelling at me and telling me to go shove it? Because that's what you would usually do.
Oh.
So what's wrong? What?
I just can't believe this is what's going on. I can't believe we're here. I thought we could handle this as friends, and that's clearly off the table, so I'm warning you. You have one last chance.
Well, that was exhilarating. Climbing out of Jackson's balcony and jumping to the next one is like an action movie.
I think I pulled something.
Yeah, well, look on the bright side. Tracy's always after you about getting more exercise.
Yeah. Caroline's gonna owe me a really big favor after this.
I wish I could have seen the expression on her face when you peeked out and pointed. I mean, the one could think on her feet. You know, I could hand it to her. Would you like to be a fly on the wall in that conversation?
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Fancy meeting you two here. Right in front of Jax's suite. I did think I just ran into you and Carly having a little private happy hour at the Haunted Star. What a coinky dinky.
Ow.
My last chance? What are you talking about?
You keep telling me you're going to take my kids from me. Do you think I'm just going to sit back and let that happen?
Please don't turn this into an ugly court battle.
I'm not. I'm trying to avoid that.
Good.
So here's the deal. You're safe here. It only has your fingerprints on it. Inside are some stolen jewels that were taken the last time you were in London. Agent Bates from Interpol should be here any minute. So you either go back to our original custody agreement or you get busted. But I'm not losing my kids to you or anybody else.